there, YouTube fam! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into the captivating story of Ben Cash and his extraordinary family in the film Captain Fantastic. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future movie summaries. All right, let's jump right in! Captain Fantastic is about Ben Cash and his 6 children who live in the forests of Washington State. They have a unique lifestyle, away from regular society, where they rely on survival skills, physical training, and intense intellectual education. In the beginning, Bo, the oldest son, goes hunting for an elk, which is an important experience for him as he grows up. The family lives in a hidden clearing with a large teepee and enjoys an adventurous life with tree houses, zip lines, and rope bridges. Ben teaches them combat skills and has deep discussions about life and philosophy. As the story goes on, we learn that the mother, Leslie, is seriously ill and in the hospital. Ben and Bo visit a town to get updates on her condition. Bo also receives acceptance letters from prestigious universities, but he struggles with choosing between higher education and their unconventional lifestyle. Meanwhile, the family anxiously waits for Leslie to get better and continues their intellectual pursuits and training. They have thought-provoking discussions and explore nature, including a visit to the beach where they talk about whaling and its impact. In another scene, the family shows their butchering skills while preparing the elk that Bo hunted. Ben is surprised to find strange decorations on the bus. They gather around a fire to enjoy roasted venison, and each child reads advanced books. Ben keeps track of their progress, and they end with a musical performance. However, during their journey, Relian, one of the children, has a nightmare and runs off into the forest, overwhelmed by grief. The next day, Ben receives a call informing him that Leslie has taken her own life. He shares the tragic news with the children, and they mourn deeply. Despite the tragedy, Ben is determined to maintain their unique way of life. He pushes the children even harder in their physical and intellectual training, even though they face their own challenges along the way. Ben faces another challenge when he contacts Leslie's parents, Jack and Angie, to discuss the funeral arrangements. However, Jack refuses to cooperate and directs his anger towards Ben. Ben discovers Leslie's wish to be cremated, and the funeral is scheduled in 3 days. Unfortunately, Jack threatens legal action if Ben attends. In another scene, the family gathers around a comforting fire in front of their teepee at night. Ben cooks venison while the children talk about their mother's dislikes. Nye surprises them by dressing up as Batman, leading to a discussion about personal choices and clothing. They also share their negative opinions about certain people, and Ben questions the idea of uniqueness. The children strongly desire to attend their mother's funeral to honor her memory. However, Ben insists they must obey Jack's orders. The children argue that as her family, they have the right to pay their respects. But Ben refuses their pleas. Tension rises when Relian runs away, prompting Ben to search for him in the forest. During their heartfelt conversation, they discuss their mother's illness and the children's feelings of injustice. As the family prepares to leave, packing their things in front of the teepee, Ben decides to make a bold choice. Fueled by a determination to defy the expectations imposed on them, he turns the bus around, leading the family on an unpredictable journey. During their trip, the family encounters situations that challenge their perspectives. They have discussions about sensitive topics like sexual intercourse after coming across roadkill. Ben shares a meaningful moment with Bowden, who dreams of going to college. They also visit a bank and learn about empathy and respecting others, especially those who are overweight. They travel in their trusty bus named Steve, but even on the road, they face trouble with the law. They get pulled over by a police car, and although the children suggest running away, Ben chooses to comply. Officer Hayes approaches them, and Ben tries to remain calm as he learns about a brake light issue and receives a ticket. As they continue their journey, the family encounters more challenges and tensions. Relian starts a fire that causes concern, and they have a brief stop at a diner with limited food options before chaos ensues at a supermarket due to Ben's medical episode. Nye takes charge while the other children gather groceries. Eventually, they reunite and leave the supermarket. Ben and Nye have a talk about what happened, and Ben says sorry for the trouble. They keep traveling in their RV with Ben playing music on the radio to make the kids feel better. When they get to Harper's house, tensions rise as Relian starts a fire, and Harper gets worried about a knife Nye has. The family struggles to adjust to life at Harper's house, dealing with conflicts that come up because of their unique way of living and trying to fit into a more normal environment. During a fancy dinner at Harper's house, the family faces challenges with manners. They talk about Leslie's death, Ben's parenting style, and the children's special abilities. These discussions get heated, showing different viewpoints that lead to frustration and moments of silence. Additionally, the family sets off on a trip in their RV to go to a funeral and mourn their mother's loss. Throughout the journey, they come across different situations and meet new people, adding to their experiences. After leaving Harper's house, the family makes a stop at an RV park. There, they meet a girl named Karen. Bo and Karen have a friendly conversation that starts to get a little romantic. They spend more time together and eventually share a kiss. Unfortunately, their special moment is cut short when Karen's mom, Ellen, interrupts them. Later on, the family arrives at their grandparents' house in a wealthy neighborhood. They attend a funeral mass at a church, where Ben disrupts the service by speaking out against organized religion and sharing Leslie's non-traditional funeral wishes. As a result, he is asked to leave the church, and his children choose to go with him. Jack blames Ben for his daughter's death and tries to stop him from going to the funeral. However, Ben and the children decide to follow the funeral procession in their RV. Along the way, tensions rise among the children, with Relian being angry at his father and Bo revealing his secret college applications. They finally arrive at Jack and Angie's house, leading to an argument and Relian running away. Ben and Jack confront each other and Jack calls the police. Ben and the children hide and watch as the police officer leaves. They make a plan to rescue Relian from Jack and Angie's house, with Vesper leading the way. In another scene, Vesper tries to climb onto her grandparents' house but falls and gets hurt. She goes to the hospital where they find out she has a concussion and a fractured leg. Ben and the children stay at their grandparents' house and tensions start to ease as they spend time together. Ben talks with Angie about Leslie and she gives him letters that Leslie had sent. Ben remembers past memories with his children and tries to connect with Relian, who remains distant. They have a soccer game with Jack, and Ben has a happy moment with Angie. Later, Ben finds a letter from Leslie expressing her happiness and belief in the unique life they have. Ben tries to remember with his children, but Relian doesn't want to. Finally, Ben and Angie have a heartfelt moment together. In a touching scene, Ben gathers his children in the dining room of their grandparents' house to share difficult news. He tells them they won't be going back home and explains it's for their safety. The children feel confused and sad, wondering why Ben made this decision. Ben struggles to find the right words, but he feels guilty and responsible for their well-being. As a symbol, he shaves off his long beard, showing a big change, and gets ready to leave the house. The children secretly come together to fulfill their mother's wishes. They break into a cemetery to get Leslie's casket and bring it onto their bus, Steve. They start a journey led by their father. Along the way, they stop at a cliff by the beach and build a funeral pyre for Leslie. Each child and Ben share their love and memories before lighting the pyre. It's a powerful and emotional moment. At the airport, they say goodbye to Leslie, scattering her ashes in a bathroom stall and having a serious yet joyful moment. Bo goes to the Philippines, but Ben assures them that he'll be safe. Relian makes a mysterious phone call to Jack, keeping his location secret. The family continues their journey, taking care of their garden and chickens in their changed bus. They talk about books, have breakfast together, and work on their homework. Right now, Ben is making lunch for his children. He puts an apple and broccoli in each bag. They eat quietly, enjoying their time together. Relian pours cereal for Ben, showing their special connection. They keep eating silently, treasuring their shared moments. Thanks for watching this summary of Captain Fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more movie summaries. Leave your suggestions and comments below. See you next time.